All right, I'm going to be talking about Blend Space for TES Teach for my personal technology project. This is my second recording. My first one went almost 15 minutes without me realizing. So I'm going to be a little more concise this time around. First you want to do search Blend Space or TES Teach. You're going to log in or sign up. I'm going to log in because I have an account. This is a really great resource for sharing information with students, collaborating with teachers, preparing yourself for a lesson, all different things. So on your dashboard here, there's featured lessons down here. If you go to global warming, for instance, here's a bunch of resources, PDFs, videos on global warming. I'm going to go back to my dashboard, this is called. So here are some lessons that I've been working on. Over here are classes, so I could create a class. Let's say here, for instance, first grade history. Then my students could add themselves to the class and access my lessons. So I want to go to one that I was kind of working on to show for an example. So what you do to create a lesson, sorry, I'm going to go back. You would go to new lesson. But I've created a bunch of new lessons, so I'm just going to go with one of these. And over here on the right side is where you type in your topic. I was working on volcanoes, so let's try that again. And on the sidebar are where you can find all your resources. Here are some through the site. Most are free, some you can pay for. And then we have YouTube, Google Images, all these things that are popping up on the side are resources that you can drag over here and add to your presentation. So through the TES resources, I've added a PowerPoint of volcanoes, through YouTube, got a video on volcanoes, facts through Google Images. You can add things from Google Drive, Dropbox, upload from your computer, any media or files. And then down here is Common Core Standards, so you can search math or literacy and the standards will pop up and you can drag that over. And that would be useful for if you were planning a lesson and just wanted to be reminded of what you needed to search, what you needed to focus on for the specific lesson for your students, or if you were collaborating with teachers and you wanted to share the same thing, make sure you're all focused on the standards. So I'm going to go back up here to my dashboard, and there are two lessons that I created in two different ways. So this one is entitled Trees of Minnesota. I just went through the side here, found a lot of interesting resources, just kind of mixed and matched. We have some videos, images, some documents through the web. This would be if I wanted my students to make their own project on Trees of Minnesota. If they're making a poster or presenting it in some way, here are just some sources that I provided to them that they can go through instead of going through YouTube and searching the millions of different sources out there and filtering through the good and the bad. So a student would go to play, and the first one would pop up. It's just some info from the DNR. So this is would direct you to a new tab. X out. And then we have some more information, some images, a map, new tab for the Forestry Service. There's a cool video on logging. And for each source I have here, up top we have right here in the middle, oops, let's not do that one. This is the citing information. If a student was working on this for a paper and needed to know where it came from, here it is. There's the website right there. A student can like it and add comments, which is great. So they could add a discussion or ask questions. If they wanted to ask questions to me about this, they could pose a question I could answer. They could discuss it with teammates if they were doing a project together. I really like that. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard and real quick, I made a graphing parabola as lesson based exactly on a lesson I just did for another course where I taught how to graph parabolas to 2 high school students. This is the exact sequence I used for them, except in different forms, mostly paper forms. But here in BlendSpace, if we were to play this, first up would pop the pre-assessment I gave them in paper form, but here is the Word doc from my computer. They could download it, complete it, and share with Google Docs. And I gave them the directions up here. Really simple if they had their own iPads or computers. Second thing is a link to a coolmath.com website where it explains how to graph parabolas. I said view steps 1 through 6. Next is a video from YouTube about graphing parabolas. Next, up here it says read and complete with a partner. So they could turn to a partner, read through this, graph some parabolas together, do a little practice work. Next, kind of a fun video about how to find parabolas in real life or real life video games. Kind of a cute, fun video, Mario jumping in parabola form. And that will get them all geared up to take the final exam. Same thing, it's just a Word doc, but they don't even need it in paper form. They can download it, complete it, share it to me through Google Docs, and that's it. That's a whole parabola lesson, all through either an iPad or a computer. No paper necessary, and everything's already stored in Google Docs or Dropbox or whatever. And so that's it. And I appreciate you sharing or introducing me to this piece of technology because I really like it and will be using it with my students. All right, thanks a lot.